News Break. I'm your host, Nick Steffens. Today's top story, a 2,000-acre solar energy project is in the works on Washington County farmland northwest of Ainsworth. The venture, called the Goldfinch Solar Project, is owned by Bechtel Corporation and being developed by Conifer Power Company. Information on Bechtel's website said the facility would provide enough energy to power 33,000 homes at its expected start of commercial operations in 2025. Conifer Power Vice President of Development Tom Sorosevsky said the panels would go on a contiguous area of leased land currently used for row crops, with most of the needed agreements already signed. While utility-scale solar operations are a new technology with little lifespan data, Sorosevsky said that the project was expected to continue operations for around 40 years after construction ends. Washington County was chosen for its flat, available land, that land's proximity to a transmission substation, a lack of restrictions, and demand. Sorosevsky said that the developers had not yet committed to a utility company buyer for the energy it produces. While that may seem counterintuitive, he said it was for the course in the green energy industry. It is a little bit of the cart before the horse. It is a somewhat risky business. We have to basically or nearly fully develop these projects before we can even market them, and the risk is on us. If the project is cleared by the state's utility board, constructed, and taken up by a power company, Sorosevsky said that it would greatly impact the local economy. While he cited an internal report, he said the full findings were not yet available to the public. Solar projects are economic engines for local economies, he said. The report estimates that the Goldfinch Solar Project, over its life, is going to add somewhere around $10 million of new taxing revenue to all the taxing bodies of Washington County. This project is going to pay millions of dollars in rent to our landowners. It's going to create hundreds of construction jobs. Moving along, on Friday, July 29th at 10:30 a.m., Washington Fire was dispatched to a report of a house fire. Upon arrival at the scene, there was heavy smoke from the second floor and attic of the structure. Crews worked to extinguish the fire for approximately 3 hours. No injuries were reported. The cause of the fire was accidental and remains under investigation. A recent report from the Iowa Legislative Services Agency found a disparity between average annual wages in southeast Iowa counties. The report said that Washington County had the 9th lowest average in the state at $41,240. Henry and Jefferson County came in closer to the top at the 24th and 25th highest amounts, respectively. The geographic wage gap may be difficult to explain. The three neighbors, Jefferson, Henry, and Washington counties, have similar populations and population densities, according to 2020 census data. While differences may be due to economic variations like cost of living, county-specific accurate data on these more complex numbers is hard to come by. Later on, we're going to get into some prep sports news, some all-state and all-conference selections, and we'll also have the weather. But before we go to break, we will now have obituaries. Lyle Perriott Jr. of Mount Pleasant passed away on July 26th at the age of 71. Services will be held August 4th from 1 to 7 p.m. at the Olson Powell Memorial Chapel. Delbert Crawford of West Burlington passed away July 29th at the age of 93. Funeral services will be held August 3rd at 10 a.m. at Banner Funeral Home in Fairfield. John R. Clark of Wayland passed away on July 30th at the age of 72. There will be no services at this time. John R. Moore III of Fairfield passed away on June 27th at the age of 77. A celebration of life will be held at 11 a.m. August 6th at the Packwood Christian Church. Gladys J. Burnham of Lockridge passed away July 28th at the age of 96. Services will be held on August 3rd at 1 p.m. at the First Augustana Lutheran Church in Lockridge. Murphy Funeral Home is caring for her arrangements. That has been Obituaries. We're going to take a brief break, and when we come back, we will have the weather and sports.
Since 1905, Kelowna Cooperative Technology Company has helped our community stay connected with the latest advancements in clear, dependable telecommunications services. KCTC provides rural Iowans with access to high-speed fiber internet, as well as phone, television, computer repair, and cybersecurity solutions. We're also proud supporters of local organizations and area schools within the community. KCTC, keeping Kelowna connected.
Welcome back to the Southeast Iowa Union News Break. I'm your host, Nick Steffens. We have some local high school sports news, but before that, we will now have the weather. If you're joining us live, it is 88 degrees and sunny. This evening, some clouds will start to develop and temperatures will drop to 73 degrees. Overnight, there's a chance of thunderstorms and a low of 70 degrees. It's going to be a hot one this week. Tomorrow, the high is 94. As the storms stick around for the morning, but there should be a lot of sunshine later in the day. Wednesday is no longer forecasted to be in the triple digits, but that doesn't mean it's going to be a pleasant day. Expect a high of 93 with thunderstorms developing in the afternoon. Thursday, the high will drop back into the 80s with a high of 89, and there will be a lot of sun, which will be needed after 2 straight gloomy days. I know it's only Monday, but it's never too early to think about the weekend. Friday will be another beautiful day with sunny skies and a high of 91. Saturday will be a hot one with temperatures reaching 97 degrees. And Sunday will be slightly cooler, but still reach 93 degrees, and there will be some cloud cover. That was the weather. It is now time for sports.
Sports, brought to you by Fairway.
The Iowa Girls Coaches Association released its 2022 All-State Softball list last week, and the Union area was well represented as local teams had 8 names on the list. 3 teams saw names make the All-State list. Fairfield capped off its year with 2 names on the Class 4A first team. Cardinal had 3 names total on the Class 2A list, and Highland ended up with 2 names on the Class 1A list. Fairfield's Cody Engel and Hannah Simpson were both given Class 4A first team nods. The two were the anchors of a Trojan team that finished second in the Southeast Conference and is 1 game away from a state tournament berth. Engel was the Trojans' ace once again this season. The junior won 20 out of 24 games with a 2.17 ERA and 183 strikeouts to earn her spot. A 356 batting average at the plate with 2 home runs, 3 triples, 4 doubles, and 29 RBIs didn't hurt her case either. Simpson was a menace at the plate, hitting 523 in her senior year. That is an unheard of number. Cardinals' Caitlin Reber landed on the Class 2A second team. She hit 435 this year to lead the Comets. Reber finished with 9 doubles, 2 triples, and 16 RBIs. Sophomore teammate Emma Becker was named to the third team. Becker hit 432 this season with 1 home run, 3 triples, 10 doubles, and 33 RBIs. Sophomore ace Nicoa McClure earned an honorable mention nod. She was 17-11 in the circle this year and had a 2.21 ERA and 141 strikeouts. Highland Sarah Burton is a Class 2A second teamer. As a sophomore, Burton hit 465 this year, collecting 6 home runs, 5 triples, 6 doubles, and 19 RBIs along the way. Huskies teammate Peyton Bruin made it 2 Highland sophomores on the list. Bruin batted .420 on the season and finished the year with 1 homer, 2 triples, 11 doubles, and 25 RBIs. All 5 classes were given a first team, second team, and third team. Due to the number of teams, only Class 1A and 2A had honorable mention lists. Switching over to baseball now. For all 3 classes, it was a fantastic year on the ball diamond. With the release of this year's Iowa High School Baseball Coaches Association's all-district teams, Union area players are getting the recognition for their outstanding play throughout the season. Representing Class 3A in the Southeast District is Fairfield, Washington, and Mount Pleasant. Out of the 3 schools, just 1 player was selected to all-district first team. Fairfield senior Nate Smithberg was a first-team selection, filling in one of the 3 pitcher slots. Smithberg led the Trojans on the mound as one of the best from the Hill in the Southeast Conference. Smithberg ended the season tied for the most wins in the SEC with 6 and led the conference with 83 total strikeouts. He also held the top opponent batting average, holding hitters to an average of just 127. Senior Connor Lyons also represented the Trojans with a second-team selection in the outfield. For Washington, Ethan Ziglowski, Cole Williams, and Ethan Patterson all were second-team picks. Zyglowski was a vocal leader behind the plate as catcher. He led the conference with 11 total thrown out runners. Washington first baseman Williams had the second best batting average for the Demons, swinging the bat with an average of .373, good enough for the fifth in the SEC. He was also first in doubles with 12 and second in total RBIs with 30. With 51 total bases, he was third in the conference. Junior Patterson makes the list as a second baseman. He led Washington with an average of .378 at the plate. His 18 stolen bases were conference best. He finished tied for second with 10 doubles and fourth in total bases with 48. The lone Mount Pleasant Panther on the list is catcher Carter Amos. Amos was fantastic behind the plate for the Panthers. He finished the season with a batting average of .310. He tied for fifth with 21 RBIs and finished fourth in triples with 2. That has been the news for Washington. I've been your host, Nick Steffens. This is the Southeast Iowa Union News Break, and I will see you next time.